What's up, everybody? I'm Sal This is Reggie Steele. And welcome to Spitballin. Spitballin.
I love that little ending, dude. I forgot you did that.
Oh my goodness. Oh, dude. Hold up. Hold up. First, man, are we gonna play the song for him? Should I play it again?
Well, that I did already introed, so they've already heard it now.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm gonna open the thing with it. So that's first time Reggie heard the intro song by our buddy Joe Valentine out in Ohio. You said it's very West Coast vibe, huh?
Oh man, it had a very that little that's very West Coast of him. Joe, thank you for the intro, bro. You just helped take our production value up a notch. Help our viewers and our listeners. You know, maybe we get more people now. They're like, oh man, these guys got an intro song.
Little electronica for you.
Yes, sir. A little electronica for you. That's awesome, man.
I like that we had you at the end because I forgot when you did that you sang our own little theme song at that one time.
Yeah. Spitballin.
Yeah.
All shoulders. Spitballin.
Yeah.
So what's up, man?
Yeah, so that's it, dude. I figured we'd talk about the intro song, and that's all I got for today.
You guys hear that? You hear that, world? That's all he asked for today. I got something for you. Last night I had an interesting night. Let's talk about, actually, did you go get a physical? Today?
Oh, I had to go to the doctor. Reggie's always changing the schedule on us, folks. I thought we were supposed to do it tomorrow. And then what's so important? What you got going on, Reg? You always busting up our schedule.
Hey, man, life happens, bro. I'm like, I gotta look, we gotta be fluid, man. We gotta adapt. We gotta be fluid. Like, what did Bruce Lee say? He said, be like water, my friend. You have to be fluid. You have to be able to move. Like this picture behind me. You gotta be fluid, bro. So,
I'm trying to be fluid, but someone keeps throwing rocks in my river.
Hey man, I'm just trying to cause the ripples, bro. Right?
But anyway, today's fine. I had to go to the doctor and just do a regular checkup. I thought I was going to see the doctor, so I was like, oh, I better shower in case I have to pull down my pants in front of him.
Oh my goodness. Hold up. You mean to tell me, folks, did you guys hear this? This guy was literally about to go out into the world.
No, I didn't. I just said I should go shower in case I have to pull my pants down. So that's being respectful, right?
Dude, you're supposed to wash your ass every day.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, well, when you wake up and you're like, it's cold and stuff, you're not going to take a shower yet or at all that day. But if you got to go see the doctor and take your pants off.
Hey, dude, there's no scenario where I wake up and don't take a shower.
So you shower every day? Like, if you're not doing anything that day and you're just chilling? Man, you must have a dirty ass, dog. You must be stanky. Like, if I ain't not sweating it up all day, I'll go a day and not take a shower. Some people go days without it.
Yeah, and they smell like dogs. They smell like wet. They smell like ass.
No, I don't stink. See, I don't stink on automatically. You just a stinky person?
I'm not stinky at all. In fact, the fact that I shower every day would lead you to believe that I don't have a dirty ass. Now, you, on the other hand, mister, take a couple of days off, funky than a mug.
You're gonna have dry. You're gonna be very dry. Like,
that's what lotion is for. Dude, I'm black.
And then you put that unnatural lotion. I got the natural oils.
Everybody in the world, listen.
That messes up the sound. No one can hear you.
Oh, okay. I put on lotion. Okay, I wear
every
lotion
day.
Yeah, I put on lotion, dude. You see my skin, dude? Look at this. I need to shave. I'm a little raggedy today, but yeah, man, my skin is immaculate, bro. I'm talking about my joint is soft, smooth, buttery. Yo, my joint is nice, man. I shower. I wash my ass. I wash my ass every day. You know what? You're the same guy. Look, you're the same guy. We've had this conversation. You guys don't know this out there in podcast land, but for the longest, Sal used to wash up without a washcloth. He just uses straight.
That was a bit I did.
And soap.
That's a bit I did. That's not the truth. You just believe every joke I say.
Hey man, I don't lie on stage. So apparently I tell the truth on stage. So, but yeah, man, I shower every day, bro. And believe me, if I was going to the doctor, it wouldn't be a debate whether or not I'm you know, am I gonna have to put my pants down? Because I don't want to funk up the room with my crotch stank.
No, I just figured I'd do the doctor a solid and take a shower this morning before I go.
I'm sure he appreciated it.
Well, I didn't even get to see him. I didn't even get to take my pants off. Sucks. I just had to give blood and piss in a cup, and that was it.
That was it. He didn't take your blood pressure. He didn't check your lungs.
No,
your
I didn't
heart.
see the doctor. No, I saw this other guy. He's taking my blood. His name was also Sal, which is a nice, unique experience. You know,
Okay.
you don't get
Did
to
you guys
experience
vibe on that?
much. Yeah, he's Mexican, so it's a D-O-R-E, and I'm Italian, so it's T-O-R-E.
Salvatore, Salvador.
Yeah, so
Okay.
we're chatting it up a little bit, and then I was like, yeah, man. So I get these sinus issues every time I wake up in this town. It's really tough, and this is a classic sign of the American healthcare system. His response is, did you talk to your doctor about that?
And you're like, I wish I could talk to my doctor about that. I'd love to talk to my doctor. Can you go get my doctor so I can talk to him about that?
And then so then he took it, and then he goes, oh, you gotta do a urine test too. I was like, urine test? And I was like, he's like, you need water? I'm like, yeah, man. And then I gave me a little mini bottle, slammed it down like that. Was no problem. Went in, bought a bit. It is gross though when you walk back with a warm cup, and then you got to place it on the tray with all the other cups of piss. Ugh, it's disgusting. Then he just set it down, and then that was it. He's like, "All right, you're done." I was like, "Oh, you can see the doctor today?" Nah, just this. They'll call you. And I was
What
like,
kind of medical do you have, dude?
the lowest of the low, and the government.
Oh man, I'm sorry, bro.
It away.
I got yeah, seriously. I'm like, yo, I'm not even trying to brag, but my joint is like I got like the Cadillac creme de la creme. My joint is I'm on with Cigna, and it's an OAP, open access plan. I go see anybody I want, and my copay is nothing, right? Like it's literally, yo, my joint is nice, man. I do feel very you know, I don't speak in these terms a lot.
It should be the same across the board for everybody.
I agree.
I agree. You know, the more and more I think about it, the more and more I'm loving Canada. Where like Canada, the healthcare, you don't have to pay a dime, which is amazing. Nobody complains about it. Everyone's like the lines and the emergency. It's all bullshit. They just make that up to scare you. I've fucking hung out with many a Canadian anytime. They have no problem. Another thing, this week. Well, we talked about last week about the guns and how they had one mass shooting, and then they, you know, made it a little tougher for people who are nut jobs to get guns. And then this week it just came out that they officially banned conversion therapy, where people try and take gay children and convert them in the name of the Lord to being straight, and it's really just mental, you know, fucking with their head. It's a mental abuse. Physical abuse. And so they banned that there, where in the US 20 states banned it, which means 30 of these idiots are still out there and have not banned conversion therapy.
Dude, how dumb are we as Americans? Anybody who's listening to this that believes in conversion therapy, you think that you can change somebody's sexuality or sexual preference by reading some shit to them? Fucking cut off the podcast now and unsubscribe, you motherfuckers. I swear that shit bothers me, man. I don't want any.
I get so annoyed by it.
I get so annoyed
because the worst is when they do it in the name of the Lord. Like when you're trying to use like religion as a way to fucking justify it.
Exactly. How about this? Why don't we have conversion therapy that goes the other way? Right. It's like, oh, you're straight.
Convert you to be gay.
Yeah, you're straight. Well, you know, you've liked women as a guy, you've liked women for so long, or as a woman, you've liked guys for so long. You know, there's another way. There's another option out there. Have you thought about possibly being attracted to someone just like you?
Well, you know, a lot of those right-wing nut jobs think that's happening now with like Lil Nas X or whatever. Or, you know, they're gonna make them gay.
Yeah, you're gonna make them gay. If you show them gay people, they're gonna be gay, right? Like it's like, shut up, stupid. No,
So
right?
stupid.
It's so dumb, man. You know, but a lot of those right-wing Republicans who are anti-gay and anti-whatever else, and they're homophobic and whatever else. A lot of times, those are the guys that get caught in the bathroom. What was your joke?
Oh,
Tapping the foot of the other dude, like, hey guy, you up for a good time?
I don't think that was my joke, bro.
You're talking about the senator in Minnesota or wherever it was. You
Oh
don't remember
yeah,
that joke?
maybe. Yeah,
Yeah,
from so
remember
long ago.
he
Yeah, I
was
remember I
talking about.
dressed up like him.
Yeah, you had
I
a joke
think.
about him. You had a joke about these right-wing Republicans who are homophobic and anti-gay, and then they end up being the ones in the bathrooms, in the men's restroom, trying to tap feet to see if they can.
That's true, though.
Right.
That's true. That's exactly what he did.
That's exactly
So
what
you
he
know,
did.
it's a good another one that a great documentary is called "Deliver Us from Evil." It was made in the aughts, the 2000s, and it's about I think these women made it, and it's basically about like the whole sexual scandals in the Catholic Church and stuff. And then what's the guy's name? I forget the guy's name. This famous televangelist, but he was in Colorado, and he was they're trying to interview him, and he was really like, you could tell, like standoffish to the camera and stuff.
Right.
And preaching his stuff, and then he got busted for having like a gay prostitute or whatever. And he was addicted to he's doing drugs, and that's the getting him off, and just not all these nut jobs, dude.
Wait. So he was an he was an evangelist, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up while you talk.
He was an evangelist, and he was hiring male prostitutes, and he was doing meth.
Yeah, I think so. I think he was hitting all those.
I mean, I'm no Bibleologist, right? I'm no theologian. Where in the Bible does it condone meth? Right, like to be
2006 film is what it was.
I'm just trying to figure out.
It explores the life of Catholic priest Oliver O'Grady, who admitted to have molested and raped 25 children in Northern California from the 70s to the 90s.
Oh my God. Oh, that's terrible, dude. That's awful.
Yeah, dude. This is some of the most.
Is he dead? Is he alive? Where is he at? He's in prison? He's got to be.
Well, I don't know. He was
did he get
convicted, and then he
transferred?
got deported to Ireland.
He got deported. He got transferred.
Yeah, dude.
This dude is living on a farm in Ireland after having done something so heinous.
Yeah, man, it's messed up, dude. I wish they
Wow, that's
they try to conceal it, dude. They try to conceal it.
Dude, oh my God. How do they reconcile that? Like how do the leaders of the Catholic Church reconcile people, adults, men abusing and traumatizing, not even, it goes further than abuse, but traumatizing, destroying people's lives. And these are people who are supposed to be trusted, right? People who are supposed to be close to, the Most High, right? Like people that people go to seek counsel from. How do you reconcile someone doing that and then transferring them or not holding them accountable, right?
Yeah, man. That was one of the biggest turnoffs to me of church. I mean, I grew up in the Catholic Church. Once all that came out, and it was just like, all right, dude, I'm done with your hypocritical bullshit.
Yeah. See, I was Catholic for a minute. My thing with religion is like a lot of people don't like religion. They have an issue with religion. And I don't necessarily think that religion is bad. Like fundamentally, I don't think religion is bad. I think that the idea of like, now people interpret it how they want to, and that can lead to whatever, because, two people can read the same thing and come up with their own interpretation. So I think at its core, for the most part, religion is not necessarily a bad thing. I think it's about, being kind to others, and it's about love and sharing and inclusiveness, right? Like it's about building community and sharing, right? Like I think it's supposed to be positive things, but it's how people interpret it, right? It's how people use it. So it's not necessarily the religion is bad. It's that people are bad, right? Like the
Well, I
priests,
kind of feel, well, true, but I kind of feel like it's like, okay, the meaning is well, the spirituality,
right?
it means well. But then when you get something like, it's always used under religion, like an organized thing.
Yeah, they use
And
it.
when
They
anything
use it
that
as a
it gets
tool.
organized like that, and then everybody, then you could blanket stuff like the entire crusades, you could go all the way back. We're like, all right,
Mhm.
we're going to go over there and make them into our religion. So much of it in war and stuff is like, you got to follow our religion or
Right.
you're dead. And it's just like, that's where the problem is when you fall into line to something, be like, oh, I believe everything this religion is telling me. Then when they tell you something evil and fucked up, you still follow it.
Right. So, but even with that argument, right? Even with that, I would not say it's religion. I would say it's people's use of religion. It's the same thing with guns and drugs and anything else. Look, I tell people, and money. People always talk about, how about I use money as an example. People talk about money is evil. No, it's people's love of money that's evil. If I put $100 bill on the table right now and I leave, that $100 bill is not going to get up and wreak havoc in the house. It's people's desire to get that money, right? Like guns aren't
Right.
bad, but it's people's use of guns. It's how people use guns that's bad, right? Drugs are not, I mean, you smoke weed, right? So drugs aren't necessarily bad. Well, some are. Obviously, there's some that are not good for you, right? That are awful.
Right.
But it's people's abuse of things. So it's not necessarily the thing, but it's people, dude. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's
Like,
why it should be regulated. Even like drugs. If drugs were all legal, then it would all be regulated and people wouldn't be overdosing on fentanyl right
right,
now.
right. And they would have the proper help that they need
And it's the
and
same thing with
information.
guns.
Right.
If you people want to be able to get guns, then as long as it's not some psycho idiot, and
Right. Yeah, you got to have a deep psyche valve. You got to wait, waiting periods and background checks. Like, so my thing is, ultimately, what I'm trying to say is, I don't know if the thing is evil as much as it's the people, right? It's the people. Because I mean,
here's the
I'm sure
thing, like a
for
lot of people are easily,
influence, and those are
yes,
the people
and
in charge.
manipulated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the people in
You
charge are
gotta,
using that thing to manipulate people, and then people are easily manipulated. Lack of education, lack of exposure. Like, there's any number of reasons. You and I can listen to the same thing and we go, all right, this is bogus, we're out of here, right? But there are
right.
other people who don't have that same, they don't have that same knowledge or that same
Yeah,
ability
it's
to
weird. Like they're
recognize.
looking for something that's not there.
Dude, it's
Like
because life,
easily, yeah.
people are deficient in life. Like, there's some deficit in them, right?
Right.
And in relationships and friendships, in life in general, when there's a void or something is missing or something has been manipulated or changed, then people go out looking for something to fill those gaps. If you're a person that feel like you haven't fit in, or you don't have a community, or you haven't had love or affection or attention, or you've been left out, hung out, left out to dry, right? Then all of a sudden someone comes along like, hey, look, I'll give you some attention. I see you. I'll take care of you. I'll provide something. Then it's feeling some need or some void that they have. And then the people who come in with that ability to feed that need, then they now have control to manipulate that person how they want to. So what I'm
Yeah.
saying is that I think life is difficult at times. It's not hard for everybody all the time, but it can be. And parents, look, our parents, they only know what they know, right? And if their parents didn't know shit, then they don't know shit, and they pass down to their kids that same not knowing, right? So
Well, it's like I definitely feel like how you said how people are like even like to me would be like Fox News. It could easily make people start thinking something
right.
that wasn't necessarily there. Like it's funny you mentioned
And they
parents
use
because
fear. They
yeah,
absolutely
like
they use
because
fear.
my mom and I got into it and I was like trying to bust the balls about if she's gonna get the vaccine if I come to Florida this for Christmas, right? And but she wrote something like, and then she wrote this, and this isn't my mom, this is Fox News talking,
Mhm.
really. But she goes, sorry, the government has made you so scared to be around people. And I'm like, my mom's never complained about the government. That's a total like Fox Tucker
That's a
Carlson
talking
thing,
point. Yeah.
and I was like, yeah, the government doesn't be scared to believe in facts, doctors, and science. But it's this thing
Right.
that you could even turn like a mom against a son off of a stupid thing that you're reiterating that's not true. They're trying to show you, oh, the liberals are the enemy, they're gonna government's the enemy. And it's like all it is division and it's
Yep,
stupidity.
dude, it
It's
is this. It is the epitome. It is the epitome of divide and conquer. And that's what they're doing. They're driving a wedge between us, between everybody. Dude, it's to the point now in our society that you are either with me or you are against me. There is no like I can support this, but I don't support that, or I like this and I don't like.
They just went so far in the Trump world where you saw them how far they went after the racism in Charlottesville, the guns in Parkside, like when all that stuff started going, and you saw how people sided with the lunacy and what the guy would say, and they still just looked the other way and looked the other way, and it's just like it's ridiculous, bro.
It's ridiculous, man.
Speaking
it's
of
sad, really.
Because you brought up the child molestations, the reality
I brought those up.
Reality TV star Josh Duggar has been convicted of child porn possession. He was I believe the dad in the 19 and Me, or no, what's that, 19 Kids and Counting.
Oh wait, 19 Kids and Counting.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not the little people one. That's
no.
Oh yeah. Okay, wait, hold up. He was convicted of. He was found guilty.
Yeah, he's a 33-year-old Duggar, guilty.
He's one of the kids though, not the dad.
Oh, he's not the dad. He's one of the kids.
Yeah, he can't.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. He said oh man, following revelations that he had molested 4 of his sisters and a babysitter.
What a babysitter?
Yeah.
How did he? What? 4 of his sisters? God.
He said he had a porno addiction. He's a big hypocrite. He downloaded sexual abuse towards toddlers. Disgusting, man.
Oh my God.
See, it's like, see, and that's another thing. You dummies creating more dummies. So like, I'm gonna have 19 kids, and then
well, you can't.
4 of them get fucked up from one of them because they get molested as
children. Yeah, I mean, 19 is too much. You can't take care of 19 kids. You can't give them what they need to be solid, sound,
normal
grounded
humans.
I wouldn't even say normal. Normal is so. I would just say solid, grounded, like good individuals, right? Like it's just too much.
Well-rounded individuals.
Well-rounded. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Because everybody's normal is different, right? Like, so I don't even know what normal is, but I'm just like, how about just being a good citizen, right? A considerate, compassionate, empathetic, sympathetic, citizen, like a good person. Hold the door open for people. Say thank you and no thank you, like, and be sincere and be polite, right? Like, dude, man, this stuff angers me. This stuff angers me. I swear it angers me.
It's a tough time, man. It's like you say, it's a crazy time to be alive.
It's a crazy time,
in this
dude.
Country.
It's a crazy time, and a lot of people are easily manipulated, and it's a lot of fear mongering, and people are buying into it. And the thing is, it's all about presentation, right? I was talking to somebody about this last night about marketing and advertising. Everything is done for a reason. I mean, the colors they choose, the waving flag in the bottom of the corner, the ticker tape that goes across the bottom of the screen, it's always got something. It's the color scheme, it's the sound, it's the lighting. It is used to generate interest, to get your attention so that they can feed you whatever poison or whatever it is they want to feed you. And people aren't even aware of that, because look, I took marketing. Right? I took marketing. So I understand target demographics. I understand color schemes. I understand age groups. I understand what people like at different phases of their life and why things that work for people in their 50s don't work for things for people in their 20s, right? Because they just don't have similar interests. But there's a think tank, a group of people who sit in a room and they gather all this data. They analyze that data, and then they create ways to present information that appeals to people in certain areas, in certain age groups, in certain demographics, in certain parts of the country, right? And that way they can get their message across. And that message is not always positive, right? It's always, it can be slanted in some way. But the problem is that people aren't aware that that's what's happening.
Yeah, they get so easily influenced in this country.
Think about it, Sal. They're not even being easily influenced. because they have been targeted to be influenced.
It's like when a commercial ever comes on, I just have to mute it. And it's something that irritates the shit out of my dome when someone's trying to sell me something and I'm just like, get the fuck out.
See, I rather enjoy commercials because I understand that they're trying to sell me something. I'm almost interested in seeing how they try to do it. And I go, oh, that was an interesting slant, right?
What a dork. You like commercials?
Dude, I enjoy them so much. They make me laugh. Because
what have you seen
aware.
it a million times?
Dude, I have never seen a commercial. I can't say I've never seen a commercial, but it's been very rare that I've seen a commercial and been like, 1-800, I got hey, I just saw your commercial. It says if I call now, if I'm one of the first 100 callers, I can get a blah, blah, blah. Damn that. Dude, I'm telling you right now, I was talking about this last night. I don't know if you remember, and some of the viewers or some of our listeners and viewers will remember this. There was a store called Circuit City.
Of course.
Remember? Circuit City sold TVs, computers, stereo equipment, CDs, DVDs.
It's like Best Buy, but not
it was good. Like a Best Buy. And then, you know what happened? Another store opened up, usually right across the street from Circuit City, called Best Buy.
Oh,
that's where I was going, right? So you got Best Buy, right? Like it's like, oh, the Best Buy. That name was chosen for a reason.
The colors too, the big old
color
scheme.
Thing.
Yeah.
Yes, the color scheme, that blue and that yellow color scheme, that alone, when you put it up next to that red and that black and that blue and that yellow, people were like, I kind of like that blue and that yellow.
Yeah,
just based on that.
I agree. I did like it.
You did like it. And also, and people don't even realize this and people don't even think about it, but that color scheme is also the same color scheme. The same color scheme that Best Buy has is the same color scheme that IKEA has. If you sit outside of an IKEA and watch it, you'll see hundreds of people walking into that blue and yellow store, right?
There's a problem though. There's a
get mediocre,
giant hole in your color argument.
Okay.
And you also had that same color scheme was Blockbuster Video.
Yeah, but that didn't kill Blockbuster. Blockbuster got killed by technology, right? Because streaming.
Well, okay, all right.
Yeah, but Blockbuster, think about it. Okay, between the two, Blockbuster Video and Hollywood Video.
Okay, that's a good point.
Went to Blockbuster. Blockbuster wasn't killed because another competitor came along, another store. Blockbuster was killed because of streaming. Right. There was no need.
Technology
is what killed it. Advancement is what killed it. Right. Technological advancements. But I'm telling you right now, that blue and yellow color scheme, that joint is legit.
That was popping in the 90s.
Hell yeah, it was popping. I remember walking through Blockbuster looking at it like, oh, okay, all right, that's cool. Look at that. Ooh, this one just came out. Right. So yeah, man, it's interesting to see with like if you understand marketing and advertising and understand that they aren't just like if you're interested in something, there are people that have been working to gather information and to sell you that thing. So it's the same thing with Fox News, same thing with CNN, MSNBC, ABC, CBS, Fox, television, whatever the case may be, WB, whoever, all the networks, they all have worked. Like, for example, I look at NBC has the Peacock, right? CBS has the Eye. What does ABC have? ABC
like a globe or a marble, big ball, just a round thing. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Now I know this personally between the three of those, between CBS, ABC, and NBC, based on the logos, the Peacock is more appealing to me. I look at CBS with the Eye, it doesn't resonate with me.
CBS is the least.
Yeah, CBS is the least. But the Eye.
Yeah, but a lot of it's just the show on those things.
Well,
like Seinfeld and Friends made NBC awesome, but then CBS, you could say stunk, but then that's what I think Everyone Loves Raymond blew that up.
Okay, that helped. But I'm just saying that like even when I look at cars, for example, I've had a Honda and I currently have an Acura, right? And the alternative to those would be Toyota and Nissan. When I look at the Toyota, I don't like the Toyota symbol. I like the Honda symbol. When I look at a Nissan versus an Acura, I don't like the Nissan symbol. I like the Acura symbol. Same thing between the Mercedes and the BMW. I like the Mercedes emblem more than I like the BMW emblem.
I don't know. Right? I kind of like the Beamer one.
There you go.
Tire.
Well, no,
but they're both
the BMW emblem.
In the words of Rich Voss, or no, not Rich Voss. I think this was an Entourage thing. But they're both Nazi sleds to me.
There you go. All right, so let's get back to this real quick. So you went to the doctor just to get a physical?
I thought I was going to get physical, but they just took blood and whiz.
So okay, so they'll look at your blood work. I got mine recently, and mine
Yeah.
was
So it's the same deal.
yeah. So they'll look at your blood work, and if there's any red flags, then they'll contact you, right?
Yeah.
And tell you what you need to do. Okay, so I had an appointment this morning with a nutritionist, right? Because remember I said last time I'm 263, and that's what I weighed, whatever. And I look fine, I feel good, but I could stand to lose a little bit of weight. Just as you get older, it's just better because it's harder to lose as you get older, right? And so, man, I spoke with this woman for an hour. And when I say, first off, for anybody who's out there listening and who may not know, I'm a nerd. I'm telling you right now, I'm a nerd. I'm an NERD. She and the first half hour was discussing my current diet, what I'm eating, where I can make changes, some suggestions. She's going to send me some information, what I can do to, just make slight changes, right? Everything is pretty good for the most part. Dude, the last half hour, man, we got into how the body works, how it processes food, where the food goes, what it needs, what's a catalyst for the next thing and how things work together. We started talking about insulin and sugar and cells. We talked about carbs, and we talked about, slow burning energy versus fast burning energy. And then we started talking about the government, and we started talking about how they don't want to share information with people, how you go see a doctor, and instead of telling you, what, you can fix all your chronic illness problems by just eating better, right? Taking out all the refined sugar, which causes inflammation. So when your back hurts and your knees and your joints are achy, that's from the food you eat. But they don't tell you that. What they do is they go, hey, here's a little bottle of pills, right? So now you haven't changed your habits. So you're still doing the same thing that makes you sick. And then you take a pill that keeps you from feeling sick, but then you do the thing that makes you sick. You understand? It's like instead of treating the problem in this country, we have a huge problem with treating the symptoms, right? Instead of treating the cold and keeping me from getting a cold, they're like, well, we're going to stop your nose from running, but I still got the thing that makes my nose run. I don't worry about that. Well, it's like, oh, I got chest congestion, I'm coughing. All right, well, here's a cough suppressant. Well, no, that doesn't fix the thing that's making me cough. You're curing the symptoms, right? But a lot of those things can be fixed and changed by simply changing your diet.
Okay, so then what have you learned from the nutritionist? So we gotta, like you said, sometimes we need to include our audience more. So what advice can you give them so we don't have to go to your fancy damn doctor because you have the best healthcare around. So help us out and give us what you learned.
Okay, so what we've decided that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut my carbs in half, right? Because you still need carbs.
Yeah, it's tough off the top because of the pasta and the bread, and that's
so that means
pasta tonight, dog. That's the shit.
so you gotta. This is it. You cut your carbs in half. You reduce your portion sizes, right? Because for me, I'm still trying to maintain. I'm trying to maintain my strength, but I'm also trying to lean down. So it will be cutting down my carbs and increasing my protein just a little bit. And I don't want to
protein, what, beans? I mean, you don't want to do tons of meat.
No, I'm not going to do tons of meat. I'm not trying to get heart disease. So it would be increasing beans or tofu, right? Like finding other alternatives. She's going to send me a list of stuff. And once I get that, then we can go over the next one. But, that's really it.
That's what we need, dog. We need the real.
Well, okay, we can go over the next time.
But honestly, beans though, man, beans are good for you. But if you have too many beans, they let you know that you ate beans.
Well, then you have to find. It would be Sal who's like, I gotta eat beans. I guess that's all I'm eating is beans. Beans.
No, you eat it with other stuff, but yo, man, I don't need money beans for the beans to go, hey, beans been here.
Yeah, exactly. Beans are still here.
Beans are still here.
Beans are still here. No, man, this is it though. It's really just about cutting your carbs in half, and then there's other things you can do. Drinking water, cutting out the sugar, cutting out
all water, especially down here, dude.
You gotta drink.
I remember when I first came to California, I drank more water because it was a little more pricier, right? When you get food and stuff, we go out and eat or whatever than Ohio. So And it was so soda is like another $2-3. I'm like, nah, just take the water, please.
Yeah,
Free
take the
water
water.
with this meal. And then
Yeah.
you got hooked on it. And then it'll come down in LA. If you don't have water, you're gonna dry up like a goddamn iguana. So you need to have water on
You
you
need
at
to
all
have
times.
water. Water is vital, right? You need water. You got to cut out the sodas, cut out any obvious sugars, cookies, candies, cakes, pies, all
Well,
those
that's
things.
the fun stuff. Hey, did you have sweet potato pie for Thanksgiving?
I did.
Oh, wait, was it homemade? What was it? Baked?
Yeah, it was homemade. It was delicious.
Who made you sweet potato pie? I know
Hey,
you
man.
didn't do it.
No, we make sweet potato pie, right?
You,
Sweet potato.
really? Your family? You make it?
Yeah, yeah. My mom had a recipe. So there's a recipe on how to make sweet potato pie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you know, that's my joint right
You
there.
know, I had pumpkin pie.
I'm about to turn this podcast off.
Now, you know, I had a couple types of pumpkin pies.
Oh my God, you and the pumpkin pie. Jeez.
That's funny. So you made
did-
the sweet potato though. That's impressive. Well, I gotta try it. You never made me sweet potato pie.
I do. I make I've also it's candy yams. You ever had candy yams?
Yeah. Yeah. Good.
No, but you ain't had these candy yams. Like my mom's
No.
candy yams, they get candied with the brown sugar and the oh
Yeah,
man,
that's
it's delicious.
good.
But see, this is the thing. I can't eat that stuff all the time because it's all high in sugar, right?
Right.
Like
right.
those, and this is the thing about all this stuff. For anybody who's listening, it's really about balance and moderation. I'm not saying that you can't have things every once in a while, but you can't be drinking 2 liters once a week.
Well,
right?
the problem too is a lot of our foods in America are loaded with sugar and
They're
sodium,
all
which is
loaded
the
with
two
sugar.
things. Yeah.
They're all loaded
Even
with
our
sugar.
bread, which is kind of a bummer. You shouldn't put sugar in bread.
Exactly. So basically, speaking with this woman, man, it's really just about it's portion sizes. It's cutting out the obvious
Wait,
sugars.
here's another thing. Sugarless stuff though is not necessarily good either. Like if you're gonna get raspberry jam, if you get sugarless and they put like the Splenda in instead, that shit's no good for you, or the saccharin or whatever. Ugh.
Yeah,
So
it's
you want to
different
get
things.
natural sugars.
You got to get
You
natural
don't
sugar.
want-
Fruit sugar is okay. Fructose.
Right.
That's okay, but you can't do tons of it, right?
Right.
But basically, man, we talked about insulin levels and we talked about how the body processes sugar. And for those who don't know, sugar causes inflammation, right? It is basically it's like your body being attacked by a thing. And so your body's constantly trying to fight it. That's why your
Right.
joints hurt. That's why your back hurts. That's why it's not good for you. And if you have too much sugar, then you have to create more insulin, right? Because insulin is the thing that opens up the cells, like opens the door. Like say your cells have a lock on it. Insulin shows up, it unlocks the cell so that the sugar can go inside of it. Then once the sugar is inside the cell, that allows your body to excrete or get rid of the sugar through your waste, right? But the problem is that as we get older, we become insulin resistant. So now you got a cell and the insulin shows up and it can't get in, right? Because your body's becoming resistant to it. But then also sugar shows up and sugar needs to get inside the cell, but the insulin isn't unlocking the cell. So now your body's like, all right, I got to produce more insulin to try to get rid of or there's more sugar. So then your body feels like, all right, I got to do something with the sugar. And what happens is your body then, when it can't get rid of the sugar, it stores the sugar as fat.
There it is.
Which is sugar is like a fuel, right? It's like a fast burning fuel that your body's supposed to use to burn up and get rid of. But now it stores, and now you got all this fat energy stored. And then, now you got love handles and you got midsection and you're getting, but all that can be prevented by just cutting out the sugar because your body doesn't know what to do with sugar. Right. So, but yeah, man, the conversation was great, dude. The conversation was great. We vibed on the lack of information, the lack of nutrition in schools, the lack of learning about nutrition in schools. And I told her, I was like, look, they're not going to teach kids about nutrition and how food can help their bodies, right? Because there's a number of industries that are depending on these kids eating cereal.
Shit, man. Remember Oprah went after the meat companies and they went after Oprah. They started suing Oprah because she was pushing like a plant-based thing off for one interview or whatever, and went after
Yep.
and yo, dude, that shows how big the industries
Dude,
are in the country.
the
Like, you don't
industries
go
are
after the
huge.
meat industry. And that's
But you know
Oprah.
how
She's
many
one of the richest people in the world.
exactly, but they're like our pockets are a little deeper. And this is the thing too, and we talked about this. These industries that are selling you this stuff, they don't care about you. For them, it's about their bottom line. They're
See,
trying to
but
make
then
money.
and then when you go, hey, we need less fast food in these terrible neighborhoods because you're just shoving sugar and crap down people. No, it's our right to put whatever we want where will be the argument. And then they're
Yeah.
trying to control, and it just makes no sense.
But then I understand the other argument too, where there's a lot of people who are like, hey, look, I would love to shop at Whole Foods, right? But Whole Foods is a little expensive, or I don't make a lot of money. All I have is a high school education and barely got that. So I don't make a lot of money. So I have to find other ways, right? So it's all intertwined, it's all connected, right? If we improve people's quality of lives and better educational system where people can get better, higher paying jobs, then people can eat better, they'll live better, they go to the doctor sooner, so they get preventative care versus having to go to the emergency room. Like, knowledge is power, man. Knowledge is power. And the more people know, then the better decisions they make. So the powers that be, they don't want you to make better decisions because their industries will falter, right? Yeah. So they try to keep you in the dark about things. They want you to
it's
just
also
go
like
through
instead
life
of just evolve,
without thinking,
adapt, get better. Like,
Yeah,
we
but-
don't need to live on coal anymore. There's options. Let's find out different jobs, different ways. You know what I mean? People want to be set in the old, and it's like that. You got to evolve with life, or you're going to disappear.
Yeah, and that's the other thing, is that people are resistant to change, right? I told a story. I was talking to her and I told her a story about my boy who had at 43, his cholesterol was pretty high. And he says to me, the doctor put me on Lipitor. And I go, are you taking that shit? He's like, yeah, I got high cholesterol. I go, dude, you don't need to be on Lipitor because that stuff comes with other side effects. I go, you can reduce your cholesterol by eating a bowl of oatmeal in the morning and going for a walk and working out, right? Like taking out certain foods from your diet. Hey, dude, I promise you, this dude listened to me. He increased his fitness. He started eating more oatmeal and taking some other foods out of his diet. And he went back to get his checkup after a while. And they're like, wow, your cholesterol has plummeted, right?
Yeah.
But the problem is that the doctor doesn't tell him that he can fix his medical issues by changing his habits. They just go, here's a pill. And this is the problem.
You could, you gotta be kind of responsible on your own too. Like I had that like a few years ago. They didn't give me no pill. I wanted to want a pill. They gave me fish oil.
Okay, well, yeah, there you go.
Which is just natural, and it's disgusting. There's a thing called the fish burps, and I didn't know about them. And then those are foul. But
take omega-3.
But then it was fine. But yeah, you just eat better. You eat better, you'll be fine.
But see, that's the problem, right? The issue is it's not so much that the problem isn't that that people don't change their habits, which is true. The problem is that they don't even give you that as an option. Right. There are so many chronic illnesses.
You don't need them to tell you to eat well.
Dude, people don't know that though, Sal. That's what I'm saying.
Listen, man, if you don't know to eat well and to be exercised and you have a well-balanced diet, they've been telling us since we were children.
Dude, people don't know. And the other thing is that people don't like to change their habits.
Yeah, they don't want to change. They want to keep eating the pie. They want to keep eating.
It's people don't realize that we are actually literally what we eat. Right?
Yeah.
You are what you eat. So if you look in the mirror, you don't like what you see, think about what you're putting in your body, because it's giving you back what you're giving it. Right. So yeah, man, that was it. Having a conversation with her was great. The story, the summary of the whole thing was cut my carbs in half, looking at my portion sizes and looking at potentially increasing my protein in a variety of different ways, and making sure that I stay active as I have been, drinking a lot of water and making sure I get proper rest. Like all those things can lead to just trimming down and staying strong and staying healthy. So I want to share this with you.
All right.
So last night, I went to go see Dave Chappelle.
Oh shit! Where at?
He was at the Punchline in San Francisco, and I went to the club Friday. And I knew he was coming to town, right? I knew he was gonna be in town Tuesday and Wednesday, and they were like, look, they're not letting any comics in, but if you let me know you come in, then I'll make sure you get in or whatever. So I didn't go Tuesday, but I went Wednesday, and then I got a message from Molly, and she was like, if you were still doing comedy right now, you'd be open for Dave Chappelle. And I'm like, oh my goodness, the biggest and most controversial comedian in the world right now. Like, I could literally be the first person to walk out on stage like, what's up, everybody? Right. So, but it's all good. But I went last night, man. I saw the whole first show, and I stayed for like pretty much almost half of the second show. And it was starting to get late, and I was like, yo, I'm tired, so I'm out. But it was good to see him, man. I hadn't seen him in a while. I caught up with a lot of other people that I hadn't seen in a while that kind of run on his team. And then the people who come out to see him.
You talked to him?
Just briefly in passing, just like, what's up? He's got a whole team of people with him now. This is like $100 million Dave, right? Right. This ain't, my show got canceled on Netflix and I'm hanging out. I'm trying to get back in the industry. Like, this is full blown. I've done my Netflix specials. They trying to cancel me.
You can't get to that.
He got bodyguards. He got bodyguards.
I saw Burr like when he came back and he did Cobb's, and there was like just a circle of people around him to try, and it was just like, and you're right, when you come up with the guy, like you see them when they would come to the club and it's just them. Going out to drink and eat or chill. And then,
he's hanging out after the show.
Once you get bigger, it's a whole
different thing, right?
And
so
where do all those people fit? They can't fit in the green room.
They sit outside the room, and this is the cool thing in the green room. He changed the lighting in the green room, so it was a red light in the green room. These dudes stood outside the door of the green room. It was 3 big dudes. One was a former NFL player, another guy, the other 2 guys, a black belt and something else and whatever else. So, but it was good to see him on stage, man, because he was performing, and he did a little bit of talking. He did a lot of performing. But right now, based on his status and where he is, how it is with Dave, like the two kind of meld together, right? Like, he'll start talking about something and it sounds very organic, and then it'll just kind of segue into like the jokes where you go, okay, he's obviously been thinking about this in a certain way. But I will admit that, like, seeing him, being in the room, the energy, I was like, oh man, I got it right.
Yeah, man, you might as well get back in the game already.
Yeah. So the openers were Stroy Moyd and Chris Riggins, and they both have rooms, and they were both like, yo, man, when you come out of retirement, let me know. I was like,
isn't Riggins like buddies with him?
Yeah. Riggins travels with him a little bit. Like, he likes Riggins. He takes Riggins with him to different places. So that's cool. But it was good to see Dave, man. It was good to see him on stage. I
got a question. How'd they let you in the room, dude? You ain't without the vaccine. Guess I gotta censor that, huh? That's illegal.
No, it's not illegal.
Well, that's you gotta have it to get in.
Sal. I tell you. I'm gonna tell you. So I got the shot.
You got the shot?
I got the shot.
When did you get the shot?
I got the shot November 27th.
Why didn't you announce it on the pod?
Because it's not that big of a deal for me.
Yeah. Would you get Johnson & Johnson?
You damn right I did.
Yeah,
I could. I told you I told you I don't like the technology of the other two. But I'm still within that 2-week period where I'm trying to figure out, is there any, because I've looked at all the side effects.
Baby. You're fine. I already got the booster.
Yeah, I'm good.
You're gonna after 6 months. Here's a feel-good moment. Well, congratulations. Now tell my mom to get it. All right, so here's a feel-good moment to close out the pod, bro. So I think we gotta have some good news once in a while. And I saw this thing on Facebook. It was kind of sad. This tiger, she like lost all her babies. I don't know, and she was in captivity, and they like died somehow. It was very sad, and then the mom got very depressed and didn't do anything, and wasn't eating. And so then what they did was they let me see if I could get this.
They gave her like some puppies or something.
They gave her pigs. dressed up as tigers. And there they are. And look at them all like laying on her and fucking, and
Oh,
she's like
wow.
raising them like they're her own.
Really? Wow, look
Like
at that.
crazy.
Yo, I mean, that just goes to show, man, right? Like that's amazing. I mean, I think
Yeah.
it's funny that a tiger can be tricked. That's literally like putting lipstick on a pig, but they put tiger stripes on a pig. They put tiger stripes on a pig. And how these piglets just happy to be with her? Like they just not even, where their mom at?
Well, they're young. Yeah, maybe their mom got eaten. So they're just like, they're right though. They're just, they just want a little love. Like that's the thing. Like animals, like if they're both very if they come in at that time and they're very vulnerable to it,
Yeah.
they'll get along no matter what. Cats, dogs, tigers,
Right,
pigs.
right.
It's amazing.
Hey, dude, this is a pretty awesome pictures, by the way.
Yeah. Isn't there one
Yeah,
where
I
it's
mean,
rubbing its face on the tiger's mouth? Like that,
yeah,
they eat pigs in the wild.
yeah. Well, I mean, once they grow up, I'm sure she'll take them down. No, I'm joking. It's gonna be funny to see what happens when pigs are raised to be tigers, just to see how they act. Nature over
Yeah, that'd be
nurture.
kind of funny.
Yeah, it'd be kind
Like
of
you go
funny.
to
Nurture over nature.
pet the pig. It's like, get the hell off me. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it's
eat
gonna
you.
be. I said nature. It's gonna be nurture over nature, right?
Yeah.
These pigs. It's gonna be funny to see pigs growl.
Scratch you with a hoof.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, dude, close this out, man. I gotta go eat lunch.
Okay. Hey guys, thank you for listening. Everyone out there in podcast.
Hey, by the way, we
land.
need to get like some guests for next time. What do you got working over there? I mean, you just saw
we
Dave.
have-
You should have had Dave on.
Well, actually, Jay Moore's coming to town this weekend, so maybe I'll go see him. I reached out to him once,
ask
and I'm
him.
like, I'm gonna call him on it. I'm like, "What's up, man? I hit you up. You hit me back. I hit you back. You hit me back, and then I said, "Yo, what's up with the podcast?" And I don't hear from you.
About then.
What's up? The fuck, right? So, but we cool like that. So I'll definitely bring it to his chest. Be like, what's up, dude?
What's up, dog?
What's up,
Been
dog?
dodging me.
So yeah, so we'll see. But yeah, man, let's talk about it.
All right, man.
Maybe reach out to Shang Wang, Chris Garcia.
Oh yeah, I'll hit them up.
Yeah,
I'll hit up.
yeah.
Yeah, Shang's on a little tour right now. I could hit him up.
Okay.
Good
okay.
idea. I like the one
so-
we had with Maison. That was good.
Oh, that was awesome, dude. I love
Yeah.
that one was great. I love Maison.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Steve Maison, to anyone out there who haven't seen that one yet. Go listen to that one. That was really good. Chad Daniels as well, Ian Bagg.
Yeah, Chad shared it on Twitter not too long ago. Got a bunch of listens.
Nice.
So that was cool.
That's cool. So, all right. Well, hey, folks, thank you for tuning in. We love doing this. We hope you enjoy it. And we'll see you next week. That's Sal Kalani. I'm Reggie Steele. And this is Spitballin.
Dude.
Peace.